Today's episode is all about space and money saving tips you can use all over your house to make your home feel bigger and more luxurious. Thanks to today's sponsor, FlexiSpot. I'm going to surprise my husband with a complete office overhaul. And first, we're going to make a quick trip to the Dollar Tree. The first tip for making a small space look much bigger is to use the vertical wall space. I found these $5 shelves in the Dollar Tree Plus section, but I knew we could make something just as good for about half the price. I picked up 3 of these floating shelves and 3 of the rectangular trays for just $2.50. We're gonna make a shelf that looks high-end and no one will guess these are from Dollar Tree. It's important that the mounting holes on that floating shelf line up with the wall. So that means that you're going to need to attach the tray a little bit further out from the wall. And I hope that you can tell what I'm talking about by watching what I'm doing here. I measured where that tray needed to be attached as well as the center of the tray. And I just used some E6000 to attach that shelf lip to the bottom of that tray. And you can leave them just like they are if you like this color, but I decided that I wanted everything in this room just to be a little bit lighter color. Several years ago, my husband and I downsized from a 6-bedroom home to a 3-bedroom rental. Most of the furniture that we had in this home was what we just used in our larger home, and it really doesn't fit the space. So it was time for us to do a total overhaul of my husband's office. Now I'm just spraying these shelves with Rust-Oleum spray paint. It's so easy to use. You can adjust that nozzle to save as much paint as you can, and it doesn't take long at all. These Dollar Tree floating shelves come with everything that you need to mount the shelves to the wall. Now, I will tell you that these are not to hold really heavy objects, but they're exactly what I was looking for. I thought I would use all 3 of them. I think I'm going to use 2 on this wall and 1 on another wall, but I was so happy with the upgraded look. If you're working with a smaller space, make sure to use that vertical wall space, mount a couple shelves, and we saved $10 using those shelves that we made ourselves. I like to tell you all that downsizing your home is kind of like peeling an onion. It goes in stages. When we first moved here, we thought that our kids would be coming down to stay with us a lot, but as the years have gone by, they now have their own children, and when they come, we just rent an Airbnb so everyone can stretch out. This room had become so cluttered, and one of the things that was really bothering us was this giant dark desk. The FlexiSpot E7 Pro Standing Desk is exactly what we needed to open up this space, and we also love the functionality of having a desk that could adapt to his standing or his sitting. It only took my husband about an hour to set this up, and this desk is extremely sturdy. It actually has a weight capacity up to 440 pounds. We chose this lighter color bamboo desktop, and I love the durability, but also the beautiful look of the bamboo. Everything underneath the desk is concealed very nicely. The FlexiSpot E7 Pro Standing Desk has a 15-year warranty and a 30-day risk-free return service. This desk has plenty of leg room and a significant flexibility and height adjustment between 25 inches to 50.6 inches. Click on the link provided in my description box and pinned comment and make sure that you enter my unique code for a discount. We've already taken the desk out, but there's a lot of stuff still in here, a lot of clutter, and I really want to surprise him with a few touches. He knows that we're doing this, but a few touches that are going to make the space really special. If you want to make a small room look much larger, this hack is probably the best one and the most efficient one, and that is to remove clutter. We had installed these shelves to hold all his knickknacks and memorabilia, but they really were not serving a purpose. So now it's time to go back to Dollar Tree for a few more supplies, and I'm going to show you some hacks that are going to save us so much money. We're going to pick up some Dollar Tree peel and stick wallpaper, these beautiful beaded frames, as well as one of those lucite makeup holders in the Dollar Tree Plus section. Our first project is going to be making over this giant frame that holds his year-to-glance calendar. Now, I wanted to lighten this up, and a similar frame to what I am trying to achieve cost about $65. My first job was to remove the calendar from the frame and to wipe that frame down of any residue or fingerprints. Next, I measured to see how much we would need of the peel and stick wallpaper to completely wrap around the edges of that frame. Next, I just cut lengths of the wallpaper in the measurement that I'd achieved. Now, this is going to be different for every frame, but I got as many lengths of that wallpaper as I could, and I ended up using 5 sheets of it. Since the corners are the trickiest part, I wanted to get those done first. I just folded them at a diagonal and then cut them. Now, if you're doing this, take your time on those corners. It can be tricky to line up, but it makes a huge difference in the look of the frame. Since we're trying to lighten up the look of this room, I chose the light wood peel and stick wallpaper from Dollar Tree, but you could choose any pattern that you like. Dollar Tree is giving us so many more fun colors in their peel and stick wallpaper. I highly recommend this peel and stick wallpaper for projects like this one. However, I don't recommend it as wallpaper. I have tried it and it just does not come off cleanly. It's very difficult to work with on a wall, and it will take off some of your paint. So especially if you're renting, I would not recommend this as something for your walls, but it's great for small projects like this one. I had plenty of scraps left over to fill in those little gaps that were left at some of my corners so nobody is going to know. And I also had enough of this peel and stick wallpaper left over that I can make every frame in his office match. And that is going to save me so much money. This Dollar Tree office redo is going to be a 2-step process. We're getting the big jobs done in this episode, and I'll probably come back and show you the finishing touches in a future episode. I secured that peel and stick wallpaper with some packing tape on the back that no one's going to see, but it's going to make sure that that doesn't buckle and come off. And just for a finishing touch, I ran a blow dryer around it to make sure that it was going to adhere really well. My husband told me that he really wanted to get some of his framed memorabilia out of storage and put it up in this office. And now that I know I can do this little trick with Dollar Tree peel and stick wallpaper, I can make all of those frames match when I do that project in the future. We were able to create this with just 5 pieces of peel and stick wallpaper for almost $60 savings. We had kept my son's old futon in this room as a bed for when we had guests, and we just realized we no longer needed that anymore. Also, his window treatment just had seen better days, and we were ready to upscale that a little bit. So next stop is Walmart, where we're going to find some Pottery Barn dupes for this window. My next hack for you, if you're trying to make a small space look larger, is to make sure that your windows and your window treatments are clean and updated. We're going to keep those curtains that we had, but he needed a new curtain rod and finials, and this Pottery Barn dupe at Walmart is less than $15. These curtain rods are such a great bargain. They rival several different styles from Pottery Barn almost exactly for a fraction of the price. To make a small room appear larger, make sure that the hardware for your draperies matches the pole. That way it doesn't stand out from the wall and interrupt that line of sight. I'm always amazed at how much brightness just cleaning windows inside and out can bring to a small space. Repositioning those curtains freed up so much space on the wall, and we created a brand new look that makes the space look so much bigger. By hanging the curtain rod next to the ceiling instead of just above the window, we have made that room look so much bigger and drawn the eye up. When you do this, you can either add fabric to the length of those curtains, or like I did, put a credenza or another piece of furniture in front. And by doing all this, we saved over $70 on this window treatment. My husband and I just celebrated 31 years of marriage, and he has been my best friend and helper. And so I really wanted to honor him by giving him a space he loves to work in. You may have noticed the wall collage I had created for him by sticking a whole bunch of pictures up on this wall. So now I'm left with removing all of those command strips. Now here is a hack to make sure they don't take the paint off your wall. These strips are made to be removed by pulling the tab exactly horizontal with the wall, which is really hard to do with your fingers. So I recommend that you use a pair of tweezers and pull that tab exactly parallel with the wall in a straight line. Once you do this, you'll loosen the grip of that adhesive and it'll come off much more easily. You can use this method with the Command brand strips, but you can also use it with a cheaper variation from Dollar Tree, and I found that it works every single time. This next hack really doesn't take long, but I find that I put it off, and I'm not sure why, but that is filling in all those little nail holes around a room that make it look so much less high-end and expensive. Try this hack with a pack of crayons from Dollar Tree if you have a really big hole to fill. I find that this piercing tool from Dollar Tree that's a knockoff of the Cricut tool works really well for removing those plastic screw guards that we have to put in if we have a really heavy object to hang. Next, just take a crayon in the same color as your spackle or your wall and insert it into that hole and break it off. This is so much easier than trying to fill that hole with putty. Now you can easily spackle over the surface and it's ready to paint. Nobody is going to know that you had a giant hole in the wall. I think painting this room just a little bit lighter color is going to be in our phase 2 of this bedroom office update. My next hack for you to make a small space look more upscale and also bigger is to mount as much as you can on the walls. This credenza corner caught us more times than I want to tell you. It was so frustrating. So we decided to move it to a place that wasn't in line with our path and to mount that TV to the wall. Now again, we went to Walmart for a TV mount and we saved so much money. I'll link to the mount that we ended up using, and my husband was really impressed for the price at how durable and easy to install this system was. Not only is this one step going to free up so much space in that room, but he's also going to be able to turn the TV whichever way he needs it according to where he's sitting or standing in the room. I'm really excited because I don't have to worry about bruises on my legs anymore from running into that corner. We saved just under $100 by purchasing this from Walmart instead of on Amazon. Now it's time for some fun finishing touches to really bring this room up a notch. And I'm going to start by cleaning off that beautiful standing desk. You've been with me at Skip to My Life for a while. You know that I have 2 new grandbabies this summer. So I wanted to make a special frame for my husband to put on his desk with him and our grandkids. This same style of beaded frame on Amazon costs about $20. So I purchased 3 of these and glued them together in a line. This is such a fun project because it looks like you paid much more than Dollar Tree prices for this upscale frame, and you can customize it to fit whatever space you need. After I used a glue gun to attach all 3 frames to each other, I glued a paint stick to the back just to make sure they were securely attached in one line. This is a neutral look I was going for, and it's going to be so much fun to fill this frame with pictures of our grandkids. It's even better as we saved almost $20 on this same look, and I like it much more than the Amazon version. Acrylic desk organizers cost about $30, but we're going to dupe that look for just $3 from Dollar Tree's Plus section. This is such an updated look. And for $3, we're going to be able to see that beautiful bamboo desktop, and he'll have everything he needs on a day-to-day basis. We saved over $25. Everything on this desk is minimal, and as he moves the desk up and down, nothing is going to be disturbed. Just a little reminder, what we were working with before was a cluttered, dark, and cramped looking space. We were able to open it up by using the hacks that I've showed you and create an open and inviting space for my husband to work. Now, this is just phase 1. We have some finishing touches in phase 2, but comment below and let me know which one of these ideas you think you could use in your home. If you've gotten a good idea from today's video, don't forget to let me know by clicking that thumbs up button. I would love to have you subscribe to the channel. Every single day I post in the community tab for my subscribers and give you a little tip or hack for getting your space organized and decluttered. If you've recently downsized from a larger home to a smaller space, or if you have said goodbye for now to adult children, I am here for you. I understand this is a very challenging season of life. In phase 2, we're also going to get to that closet that you see to the right where we need to really make the most of that space. By using items from Dollar Tree and Walmart, we saved over $280, but the real question now is, what will my husband think of the finished product? Don't forget to click on the link in my description and pinned comment and check out this Flexi Spot standing desk. My friends, do not forget that today's not the end of your story, so do not give up.